my calendar looks horrible. I had cancellations, reschedulings, things happen. I always tell everybody, my family is number one. I have 3 kids, so that's my full-time number 1 job, and Tupperware comes second. So I definitely have to work my family life, my kids, they're active in sports and all that. So, you know, this month has been very busy. End of school year, end of clubs, we're helping the school with a lot of different projects that are going on and whatnot. So I have to be able to focus my time, so I know that I might not be able to do as many parties as I might want to, or even that I'm, you know, being able, I might not be finding, because people are in the same situation as me. End of the year, there's graduations, there's this, there's that. So I always like to, you know, teach my team to think of out-of-the-box ideas, fluff as I call it. It's the extra that you do. It doesn't take a lot of time, but it can bring a lot to, you know, into your sales month. A big thing that, you know, Allison brought up, your party bank. Every time you go to a party, make sure you're talking to every single person. I have worked very hard, and I literally would hear Maggie in the back of my head saying, make sure you talk to everybody, make sure you talk to everybody, make sure you ask about a party, make sure, and you will. Ask everybody. Again, she said it, don't assume just because they're older or they're younger or whatever that they don't want to party. Ask everybody. And then I've also really learned from Tim and everybody else saying, make sure you ask them, is it no, not now, or no, never. That is a huge difference, because again, if they say, no, you know what, I just don't want it, you can write that note, never, or just not now, and then you write down when it is that they're looking to party. So if they say, well, I'm looking in the fall, you know you're gonna call them in August so that they can get that date for the beginning of September or whatnot. But you're building that party bank. Now, I like to call my no to party people, those are the people that have said no to you so many times. And what I do is just say, hi Sue, I'm just calling you because I know you said you're not interested in a party, but this month I'm looking for some helpers. I want to get my name out there, you know, and let people know that we're still around and, you know, what the specials are. I'm just going to give you a couple catalogs and flyers, no pressure, just show them around to your colleagues at work or your neighbors, your family when you see them, no big deal. You know, and then I'll call you back in a few days to see how you're doing, see if you got any orders. I'm going to give you a little something just for helping me out and being my helper. It can be a tiny treasure. It can be a citrus peeler. Don't think it has to be big. People love the tiny treasures. Don't underestimate their power. And do that. And then, you know, I'll tell them, you know, if you get any referrals, you know, for your parties, you're going to get another gift. Or if you get any orders, you know, do that type of thing. Make sure you never mention the words party or free, anything like that. Don't, because they, remember, these are the people that want nothing to do with parties. So you don't want to trick them. You're just asking them to help you out. Again, it's not going to cost any time out of your, you know, it's no time out of your schedule. It's just an extra. So do that and then follow up with them. Now, if you get a great response from these helpers, this is something you can turn around and call them. I'll say, you know what, it was such a great response from the helpers that I'm going to throw everybody in a mystery host party. Now, if you don't know what that is, talk to your upline or any of us, you know, leaders. We're more than happy to help you with that, you know, and get that. Or you'd be surprised, those helpers may walk in with $300, $400 in orders because it's happened, and they have their own little party, and then they realize, wow, this is so easy. And then this is again where you can then turn that into saying, did you see how easy that was? You were so good. Why don't you think about, you know, joining my team? This is exactly how easy this is. You can fit your schedule, so you can transform that. Everybody knows nothing replaces our party. The home demo is where we get the most out of it because we're showing our products, you know, why our products are so good, why you can take one container and do 7,000 things with it, and why it's worth it. It's got, you know, all that. We talk about, obviously, it's our office where we get future datings, but it's also where we meet people to build our team. So obviously nothing replaces the home party, but we know that there are people that say no, 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 so fine, if you can get that person at least to do a home show. I mean, they call it catalog party, book show, ghost party. Do that, work with them about that, you know, and tell them, you know, I always remind them, you're going to be doing a lot more work if you're doing a catalog party, because now you're going to be going out and hunting the people down for the orders, you're hunting them down for their money, you know, you're making sure you get all that in place, where if I just come to your house for a quick, you know, an hour or so, I can get all that done. Sometimes I've had people who've wanted the catalog, were adamant about that, change it and say, you know what, why don't we do the home demo? Sometimes they do great. So don't dismiss it. Again, it brings you orders, it brings people. I do have a post checklist that I use for people who do home catalog catalog parties only. And again, I can send that off to Tim to send to everybody. But I do also, don't forget, when you do that, make sure you connect it to Tupper Connect as well, because at least that gives the variety. You know, they can talk to people and family that's out of state or that they might not be able to see to incorporate more orders into their catalog party. I've also brought something up that I call the out-of-the-box parties, and these are parties that are held anywhere. It doesn't matter where you are. I always find these are great to use with those people who literally will throw every excuse at you at the book, and these are usually sometimes the people who love Tupperware, are so excited, but, oh, I can't, you know, my dogs are crazy, oh, my husband will get mad, oh, I don't want to have to clean, excuse me. So I do something like, I've done office parties. talk to, some of your friends, depending on where they work, go set up during their lunch break. Make sure you go through all the venues that you're okay to set up. And have them maybe, pass out catalogs and flyers beforehand so people are kind of looking. Put up a flyer in the break room if that's allowed. And then show up during their lunch break, or maybe after they're done work. You could do that. So that's really quick. You're in, you're out, you get some orders, you get the name out there. Another thing that I have done is restaurant parties. Instead of your hostess who says, I don't want anybody at my house. All right, fine. Let's pick a restaurant. Cello's, TGIF, Applebee's. Order a pitcher of soda, order some appetizers, your friends show up. It can be a prelude to a girls' night out, or it can be, a little get-together after work for some girlfriends. It's quick, it's easy, you play a game, you show some things, they place orders. I've done those and they work out really well. Another thing too is with the great weather, do a party at the beach. Your friends or, any of their moms, hey, you going to the beach today? Well, how about, I've done it before. Last year I did my first one. I actually brought in my cooler bag and I showed them what I packed for a day with my family at the beach. My snack cups, my water bottles and all that, and I showed them this is what it is. I'm saving so much money, so much time, all those little tricks that we do, and it was great because it's kind of a little get-together for mommies, the kids can play, and then they realize, all right, you just came and did some work, made some money while at the beach. Again, you can turn that into a recruiting bid, so that's really great. Excuse me. Don't forget to obviously keep in touch with your current customers. We all have those customers who are absolutely loyal, absolutely love them. I call them my VIPs. Follow up with them, how they doing, what's going on. If you have Tupper Trends, that's a great way. You know that they're getting all the up-to-date specials. If you don't have Tupper Trends, definitely talk to your upline about it. If you don't know what that is, it's fabulous. It's been mentioned here a few times tonight. It's a great tool. People get the latest specials, and that's a great way for it because you're going to get a report on who's looking at what. So it's a great way to pick up the phone. And what you do is, if you're having a tough month, do a VIP special sale. Say, you know what, Sue, you've been such a great customer of mine and you've hosted parties in the past. If you place an order between today and next Thursday, you're going to get 10% off, or you're going to get a special gift with your order. Whatever, throw something out for special people who have, been really loyal to your business, and that's another way to get extra orders in. And then, of course, the other thing is open houses. Those are great to have. You set up a table with the sale items with your products, have a table with raffles, with some kind of drawing. They get a ticket for coming, they bring friends, they get some tickets. If they place an order, if they date a party, they get a gift, that type of thing. Any of us that have done it would be more than happy to, with questions and ideas on how to set those up if you're interested in that. But always think of out-of-the-box ideas. And just because someone's not on your team doesn't mean you can't approach them and ask them about ideas. That's what we're here for. We're like a big family, so we definitely want to help everybody. But I always talk about the fluff because it's ideas that take only a few moments, but they can add a lot to your month. And they can make that difference between you hitting that $1,200 bonus or even the $3,200 bonus. So